for my YouTube here. I'm just gonna go make sure that it's live. That's why I'm just doing this, to make sure that everything is live and working, because I don't want. Welcome to my channel, everyone. We're going ahead and mute this here so I can see the. I don't know why I'm not seeing live chat right now. Can't see the live chat. Let me go back and see if I'm able to go back to my YouTube here real quick. I just want to be able to see live chat. So let's see if I go through live and then go in. Can I see the live chat now? Oh, okay, great. All right, so now I'm in a live chat and I can see you guys. Okay, cool. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be updating to 5.80 on our Pico 3. Now that we have the Pico 3 firmware, I'm going to go ahead and get this started. We're just going to have about a minute until it's done downloading. And yeah. So, you know, I've done this many times. I've done updates and things like that, but I want to do like kind of a review of the 5.3 in a live chat and in live time. So that's pretty cool. So if you're just getting on, we're just barely getting started on getting the device updated. So right now we're just kind of waiting for it to download. So let's go ahead and get the Pico 3 here. The first thing we need to do is make sure that the deload folder doesn't exist. Then we're going to create a new folder and we're going to name it deloads. So we got the new folder here. It's DLOAD. Okay, so we got the deload folder. So let's go ahead, make sure that it's in there. Deload, perfect, perfect. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get the download, make sure that the download is downloaded. So let's go back over here. It's still downloading. 5 seconds. It's taking way too damn long. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Okay, now we have the fully downloaded Pico 3 update. I want to know if it actually will work, you know, as far as the update goes. Okay, so now we're transferring it over, and this is how you do the update anyway, in any time. While that's transferring, let's go ahead and get the device connected here. So we're going to have to connect to the Pico, the screencast, you know, because why would we not, you know what I mean? Okay, I feel like I'm drunk, I can't see shit. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're gonna go to a screencast, start your screencast, allow. Okay, it's 89 this time, so we're gonna do 89. Okay, so 192.168.1.89. Port 3342, is that what it is? Ah, son of a bitch. Why does it do that every fucking time? Okay, 3342/cast. Oh, fuck. Okay, cool. Alright, is it transferred over? Okay, it is. Cool. So start screencast. Okay, allow. I need to like allow it to like F11. Okay, cool, cool. Alright, so we're gonna click on here. We're gonna go to System Update, and we're gonna click on the Settings folder there. We're gonna click on Offline Update, and you're gonna click on Update. Boom. Okay. Always leave your headset on while it's doing the update process, because if you don't, it may not work right. Okay, you may not get the thing. So right now it's booting. Hopefully it works. I was looking at my computer. Okay, it's installing the update. Always leave it on while it's doing the update, because sometimes it will fail and it will give you the Android symbol, and that's not good. Okay, so let's go for it. This is 5.8.0. We are at a milestone. Eventually we're going to be at 5.258.2 or some shit. I mean, it seems like every day they're coming up with a new update. But I wanted to do this. This one has like fitness tracker update, other things that I wanted to check out. My Pico 3 or Pico 4 actually updated as well to 5.72. I did a YouTube video on that earlier about the links that you can go to get those updated. And yeah, so far the device is updating correctly. It's going to just take a minute, so I'm going to set it down for a minute until it's done uploading. So, oh, the new, you have a question, is the new global firmware worth the update for the Pico 4? I just updated it. I can screencast that if you'd like. Let me do that while that other one is updating. So just give me one moment while I get my Pico 4 on, okay? I'll do a screencast of that, and then we can kind of run through the Pico 3, the Pico 4, while the Pico 3 is doing its thing, okay? So just a second, enter the VR space. Okay. Controller update. So we get controller updates. Okay, so the controllers are updating on the new 5.72. That was much needed. Yes, so the controller update, we needed that a long time ago. We haven't had a controller update for probably 2 firmwares. Probably from 5.5 was the last time we saw a controller update. So we're gonna get better connection with our controllers. So that's a good thing. I'm gonna have to cover that in a moment. Let me screencast this. It's 90. Okay, this time it's 90. Okay, so this one's a 90. 3342 cast. Son of a bitch. I don't know why it fucking does this. You know? It's annoying. Okay. Alright, so I'm allowing it. Okay, so you guys can see my shit now, okay? Let's go ahead and get this off the screen. Okay, so you guys kind of can see the differences. Fucking hell. Okay, so this is the thing. I'm kind of leaning forward so you can kind of see. Here's the apps, updates, okay, unknowns, okay, all that. We can go into settings. Let's go in there. Controller. These are updated. So, yeah, okay. And then got the Bluetooth devices. You got display. Bluetooth is improved in the Pico 3. I don't know about the Pico 4. We have the power management. We have the room capture. We have hand tracking. I'm not sure if it's still the Chinese stuff. Yeah, I'll turn on hand tracking just in case my shit breaks. Because you want to leave that on in case your controller doesn't want to connect. Refresh mode, I've never set that to 90. I don't know why I haven't yet. But I'll fix that later. I don't want it to reboot my headset. 572, manage apps, in visual environment. There isn't the new visual environment anymore. You'll have to download and install that once you are here. You don't want to select any of these because the visual environment disappears. Yeah, so it looks like it's gone. So you'll have to install that on the side to get this environment, you know. Okay, developer mode, we already have that. Enable matrix. So the store, it hasn't changed much. I mean, there's still the store. There's this big sale going on right now. Okay, but not much else has changed. They've supposedly improved the avatar. So if you go to the user center and then go to your avatar, you have your avatar. And supposedly it fixed the avatar thing. I believe that also happened in China. But I am wondering though too if the pico tracker is actually added into this firmware. Nope, only the pico streaming assistant. That's cool. But anyway, there's my review. 197 hours because I'm a badass. Okay, so let's go ahead and set this down. All right, so let's go ahead and let's check out the Pico 4 or the Pico 3 now. Okay, so now that it's updated, I don't really use them, the avatars. I have no idea. I don't have any idea if that's working. Hold on a second while I get see if this updates, because now I'm on the Pico 3. I'm going to see if the Pico 3. Okay, the Pico 3 also has a controller update. So the Pico 3 on 5.80, it also hasn't had an update for quite a while. So these two updates it's also allowed us to update our controllers, which is a very big fucking need right now. The controllers have been really retarded and really broken for quite a while. So hopefully this shit gets fixed, you know, in this updates. It'll take me some time to see if the controllers are fixed and if all the other shit's fixed. But just so you know, there are updates on both firmwares now, and that's important. Any other questions so far? Okay, I can try to see if the 5.8 hand tracking works. I don't really use the hand tracking, so I don't know how to use it right, but I can give it a shot and see how it works. I usually just use mine with a controller, but we'll check that out real quick. So just a second here while it's turning on. I will keep an eye out for 5.8 Chinese update for the Chinese firmware for the Pico 4. I will not be updating my Pico 4 to the Chinese firmware. I only keep my Pico 3 on Chinese firmware. Okay, so I'm getting back in. I'm entering the boundary. Okay, I'm back in. It looks much clearer than before, so that looks legit. Let me turn on the screencast. Okay, let's re-enter. And let me allow it. Okay, so now you guys got it. Okay, so this is pretty much the Chinese version. We have the avatars. We can do this here too. It's kind of the same thing, but I actually have better avatars in the Chinese Pico firmware. I mean, my character is so much better on the Chinese one. Anyway, let's see here. Let's go to general. Let's go to 5.80. So now we're on 5.80. Okay. This is the TikTok. Manage apps, recording, highlights recording, cloud thing, virtual screen capture, tracking movements, play, contact us. They have even a phone number. They have so much better shit for like Chinese. Lab. Let's see, hand tracking. I have hand tracking on. So let's see if it works. It only works if the controllers are dead or not on. That's kind of how these work. I'd have to take the batteries out. Do you think it's worth for me to take the batteries out? Do you want me to try to take the batteries off my controller to see if we can do hand tracking? Because it doesn't, it only works when your battery or when your devices aren't connected. Okay, so let me try it without the controller. I hope I don't hit anything on the on my computer screen. Okay, so now we got that. Okay. All right, so now we have this. This is it. Okay. And my knee. So I'm not very good at using this because I'm kind of foreign. Controller required. Yeah, controller required. Anyway, my room's a mess, dude. Okay, so I have it. So yeah, it's kind of cool, I guess. You just gotta let me try taking the controller off because again, it's stupid. Okay, so it does seem like it works. Okay, they did improve a lot of it, supposedly. So now you can talk through Pico or through um, through through TikTok or whatever it's called. That seems pretty cool. All right, but yeah, this seems like there's not much changed besides just a little bit better tracking. But I am getting a lot of false touches because I'm not used to this. But yeah, you can get your thoughts here, so you can like masturbate or whatever on this. Am I unmuted now? Yeah, I was talking and I think I'm alive now. Like the light was blinking. Okay, so yeah, so 107.9 yuan for this. I don't know how much that is. I think that's like $30 or $40 in U.S. currency. But yeah, so seems like it's good. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so this is the new firmware. We were just testing this hand tracking. It seemed like it's fine. Recording is supposed to be fixed. Notifications, we can still send notifications to your phone. I've done this before. I just haven't really done too much with my Pico 3 since I've been kind of, you know, utilizing this. Controllers are all updated, so they now have updates. You may want to check your, you may want to do this on older firmware, on your Pico 3 or on your Pico 4. You may be able to update your, if you don't want to update, you may be able to update your Pico controllers. Yeah. Let's see. You can hear me, right? Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Got events. You got Chinese store. You got all sorts of cool stuff. Yeah. We got the Pico Fit. You got the Pico Fitness, and you got the, and then why does it sound like it's like weird English there? Am I for sure in English? Because that did not look English. Yeah, it's English. I mean, maybe we could just take it back to Chinese, I guess. There you go. So, oh, that's in Japanese. But anyway, so, yeah. But that's pretty cool. I mean, you can pretty much just get any language you want. You know, go to Chinese, and then, yeah, play around with Chinese, whatever language. I wish I could have Russian, though, for these people that need it, you know? Because it's really not a big deal. But they have all these, I've never been able to use TikTok. I wish I could just uninstall it, but it doesn't let you uninstall. What's nice about this is its app, it's restricted to like your freaking region. So even if you try to play with this app, it says that you need you need a ID to do that, and I'm from the United States, so that sucks. But yeah, so that's the Pico 3 for you. Yeah. I have issues with the screen recording on the Pico 4 where my mic is so low compared to the sound on the system if I talk too loud. I'm not sure. I can check to see if the Pico 4 fixes that. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of here. Oops. I full screened the... Oh, yeah, you're liking the new website? I did what I could with that. I did what I could with the website. It kept getting taken down. I then just simplified it even more, just to make it easier. It is updated now. I don't know if you've seen it after the update, but I do have the 5.7.2 update here. And yeah, I kind of showcased a lot of it. I don't know if there's much more to show. There's not much just changing in the new update. I mean, the biggest thing that I can see out of the 5.8 update, and it's the same as the 5.7.2 update, is the controller update. So the controller being updated to when you updated the controller, awesome. it felt like it was better too. The hand tracking seems better as well. But yeah, the website is updated. I did try to make it so it was easy for the things that made sense going into the same place. So so yeah, so we have that. Do you guys have any other questions for me besides any other things you want me to cover while I'm on the live? I'm really not sure like what else to cover. What or like what would you guys want to see? I'm off tomorrow. Like I took tomorrow off. That's why my dad was talking to me. He was wanting me to because we're going up to Salt Lake and we're in Salt Lake, Utah, and he's has a dentist appointment, so it's gonna take me a few hours. And so he was talking to me about all the stuff there that we were doing. But I have tomorrow off. It's gonna be a pretty cool thing. So if you guys have anything that you guys want me to cover, I'd be happy to cover it right now or in the future. I haven't tested the motion trackers really at all because the Pico does not have global support. So I have to add it to my Pico 3 instead of my Pico 4. But I can do like a video tomorrow just showing off the how they work with the Pico 3 and what apps they are. Like what apps are supported with the motion trackers. I know that SteamVR isn't supported because it doesn't know how to recognize it. It's only the Pico in the Pico ecosystem. So only like only a few apps would, do it. And of course, like if I hook it up to the Pico 3 and then with the fitness tracker, of course it's going to be the same as the Pico 4 with Chinese firmware. And then if I can then see if those apps that it suggests that I use, I can then just put it on the Pico 4. Maybe those would work. And if not, then just move it over to the Pico 3. It doesn't really matter. You can sync them between the two, and it's not a big deal. But I can definitely cover more of that. I probably should because I did spend $90 on the motion trackers, and they seem, and all I really use it for is to put a strap above my head to help me watch movies longer. So I'm not even using them as Pico trackers. I'm using them as like a head strap to help like remove pressure from my face. Because I couldn't find any other uses for it besides using the straps to like make it more comfortable to wear on my face. You haven't tested your Pico fitness trackers yet? Yeah, so all I can see that the Pico trackers are for is the elastic band that it uses, and then I just use it to support my head because the rest of it don't work with the global firmware. So I just kind of, but I've been so busy with work. I've been like promoted up to a manager, and then I'm busy now with like all that managerial crap. So like the stress is through the roof at work. So having my website torn down and all that, it took me a while to get my website fixed because like I was so busy with work that it was insane. I didn't know what else to do. Like to get this back up in a reasonable amount of time. I couldn't even think about my website at the moment. So I was like, oh, I'll just throw it to Patreon real quick, just so that it would like have at least something to go to, so people could do that. But then, like, it felt like when I was oh, hello, God, Arts, it's good to see you. Yeah, so it felt like I was just begging for money, having it going to my Patreon, and I felt really terrible about that. So people kept donating, so I was like, I gotta get that off. I gotta stop forwarding all my stuff to my Patreon because I just felt really terrible that people kept donating. I mean, I'm thankful for that, thank you, but Like, I just felt like I was kind of pushing that, and I didn't want people to get that impression that I was just begging for money. I just didn't know what else to do because it just kept, I just kept getting, like, my sites taken down. But I didn't have time to, like, really legitimately look at this and get it back up because I was like, oh man, I just don't have the time. So I was like, let's throw it to Patreon. And then people just kept donating at Patreon. And I'm like, I gotta get this, I gotta get it away from that. Because, I mean, yeah, I have it here, but like, it's not a big deal. But I just wanted to like, not have people feel like they needed to donate because I really, I really, I really respect you guys for like donating because it does help me out. And I've been debating on doing something. It's called the Pimax portal. So like there's this Pimax portal, but like the thing I have a problem with is like they don't want to talk to me. And what it is a VR headset in and a gaming tablet. And it has the same X2 Snapdragon as the Pico and the Quest 2 and probably the Quest 3. It has the same X2 processor. So I was watching a YouTube video like about this guy who had the portal, the Pimax portal, and he's like, I don't know why it has Android 10. And I said that's because like the Pico and the Quest and probably the Quest 3, they all have the Android 10 in it. And the reason it has Android 10 is because all the VR applications and the VR support that they had built up in Android 10 with the Snapdragon processor, the X2 or whatever. So and I was explaining to him that these have that's why these have an Android 10 and not a newer version of Android. And so basically, you can like use these as a it's kind of like a Switch, but it also has a way of controllers. But the issue is like my issue is the just like this. Okay, if they're not including this shit with their fucking portal by default, how the fuck are they gonna support VR? I mean, okay, they're not fucking supporting the VR. They're just like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and like get that. So, okay, cool, but you're not including the equipment to make this a VR headset. You're just like doing nothing. So, yeah, so if they're not gonna ship this shit with the controllers and all that bullshit, it's kind of like a waste of space because they're not supporting it. And if they're taking their time to do that, then the applications like linking it to Steam VR is gonna be a fucking train wreck. Because look at how bad it is. Like how long it took Pico to make the streaming assistant as good as it is. Look how long it took ALVR to actually do something. And then now they're like, oh yeah, by the way, second thought, let's go ahead and put in a VR headset. It is fucking risk. I do like how they take a broken game that isn't made for Android, and they're able to see this broken piece of shit fucking game that you should never fucking play. They do have it so that it'll map the screens here. So this broken unsupported game, they have controller support for it. So at least they're doing that for the unsupported games that are a fucking pile of shit out of China because they're getting money kicked back from Apple, but won't fucking support and give you like the shittiest fucking version of Genshin Impact. Yeah, I think it's about equal with the Pico, but I think the experience between Pico and SteamVR is fucking better than Quest. in every fucking way, and that's because the lenses that are in there and the screen, like the resolution and that. But as far as standalone, yeah, the Quest is better in standalone. But they're all piece of shit Android apps anyway. So that's kind of how I feel. Is like, that's why I don't even fucking worry about like pirating their shitty fucking games on the Pico, because like, what's the fucking point? It's all Android bullshit games. What really matters is the connection between your computer and your VR experience. But that's just my opinion. Like, Steam VR is what matters, and the quality that you can get from your Steam VR to your headset is what really matters. Everything else is extra, in my opinion. I can't be wrong. I mean, I'm just like a guy who hardly ever VRs anyway. All I do is fucking big screen, you know? And, let's see, somebody talked about big screen here. I want to see, let's see here, big screen. Oh, big screen sucks at, commenting live. That's, not sure about. Oh, hey, Fun Brian. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the Valve Index 2. I think the Deckard's gonna be fucking amazing, and that's gonna be my next headset. But what I was getting into this was like, I was actually messaging Pimax to see if they would actually hook me up with the VR shit, but yet pay out for this, because I was interested in this part where the unsupported fucking games with the native screen mapping is freaking nice. But I mean, if you're gonna pay, where's the money part here? Let's see, where's their money thing? Okay, here we go. $2.99. Wow, they have like a retro portal now that's $2.99. It's $300 fucking dollars. Okay. Oh, and then they have the 368, $3.99, $5.49. Okay, let's see something here. Let's go ahead and open up my Steam VR here. Okay, let's see. Stop. I don't need this open. Close. Okay, so if we go over here, and what was it? What were you looking at? Oh, the store featured. Okay. Let's see, Steam Deck. Okay, let's get something that's really, really cool. $3.99. Okay, so you got $3.99 for a fucking Steam Deck. The fuck you gonna do with a fucking portal that's an Android operating system with a Snapdragon 870 or whatever? It's not even 888. I mean, that's like, it's a X2. It's old. The fuck. $5.49. What do you think we're fucking stupid? Like, serious? You get a freaking Windows game set that can fucking play video games, but yet they want, holy shit, you know? It's really hard to want to support like Pimax in Android gaming when you can get a freaking Steam Deck for like relatively the same price. They're out of their mind. $5.49, dude. You may as well just pay the $600. You know, if you want the QLED or whatever, the anti-glare glass. But I mean, seriously, I mean, really, the glass? I mean, that's all you're paying for is the premium anti-glare glass? I mean, hell, isn't this one QLED? I mean, isn't the cheapest one a QLED? I mean, is the Steam Deck QLED? they're all LCD, so they're not even QLED. I mean, at least that Pimax has that going for it, but still, that much money. I mean, I don't know. I just think it's retarded. Like, the pricing of the Steam Deck. I mean, and then you got the Odin. And then then you got the Odin. The Odin's fucking cheaper. I thought one of the Odins were, was that, I thought that was, yeah, the Pimax is Android. Isn't the Odin, Windows based? Yeah, I'm not sure if the Odin, I think the Odin, isn't the Odin, the Odin, most powerful ARM. So it's Windows 11 ARM. So it's, yeah. Yeah, so even the Odin has ARM selling point, and and they're at like $239, which the Steam Deck is like $399. So I mean, like, yeah, I mean, even this has the Odin Lite. You know, $199 used to be $237. Isn't this? I think this is PC based, right? Dude, for $199, I might as well just buy this. Fuck my life here. Shoot. I mean, I bet I could like pull up some porn channels on this. Yeah, Android is shit, and that's why I was saying that like the Quest and the Pico. I mean, it's just all the games are fucking trash, you know. And this is stupid. Okay, you get 4 gigs of RAM or 6 gigs for $20. I mean, you get 2 more gigs of RAM. Yeah, it could be. It could be better. I don't know. This $229 for the Odin Lite. And is the Odin Lite even Android? Or is that an actual game system? Oh yeah, Android 11. So yeah, I mean it is a newer Android, so it'll actually, this one would actually be better for emulation than the Pi because the GameCube emulator is better on Windows 11. You have to use like on Windows 10 the GameCube emulator. I think it's the GameCube one is just shit. So just so you know, but I wonder if the Odin Super Pack, I mean even for $300, is that one Android 11 too? Yeah, that's Android 11 as well. So where's the freaking Windows one? I thought they came out with a Windows version. I don't know which one. Which one was the other Windows version? It was like the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck thingamajiggy that was supposed to be like the competitor. Because yeah, you don't want to freaking like get an Android tablet. You may as well just use your fucking phone. You know, like your phones are more powerful than this shit. I mean, even like you can get like a blacklisted S22 Ultra for like $120 and get one of those controller things, you know, and have a better experience than these things. I mean, you can get blacklisted phones that are like stolen or whatever, and then you can like put in your own game system on it if you wanted to. I mean, with better screens. Yeah, I think there's another one that's natively Windows. I just don't remember. Oh, it's the Asus ROG Alley. That's what it was. The Alley. The Alley's way overpriced. The Pal Kitties are like, if you want Android, the Pal Kitties are what to get. You get the bang for your buck, you know, with the Pal Kitties. Why buy all these other shit? But yeah, the Ally is what it was. But it's so hard to want to buy a game handheld like this because like pretty soon, within a year, they're gonna have so much better shit. I think the bootloader's locked. And it's only an X2 processor, so it's not going to give you much. The Pimax has only a X2 processor, so it's the same processor that's in the Pico. And how old is... It's like an X2 Gen 2, I think. The XR2 or whatever. So, I mean, that's what's in there. And I think it's Generation 2 that's in the XR2. I think it's in its second generation at this point. Yeah. Yeah, the Valve is, I think, just waiting, really, or see what China comes out with, because you know that China's always coming out with cheap shit. You know, I am going to Shenzhen probably in December, so I'm gonna see what they have over in China, and I might buy me a fucking handheld from there while I'm in Shenzhen. Because, like, I'm going to be there probably for, like, probably like a week for work. So, yeah, it's going to be crazy. Maybe I can, like, track down some Pico stuff. Or Pico representatives or something while I'm in China. Yeah. Yeah, but if you can get, like, one that can run Windows, you can just reinstall over it. But I think I could, with it being in Shenzhen or me going to Shenzhen, that's going to open up some possibilities of like finding some top of line electronic shit. I should record like crazy when I'm in China. I mean, that's probably the only time I'm going to go there in my life. I may end up going to other countries too while I'm on that business trip. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I was talking about how I was going to China in December. But I should do some live streams of that when I'm in China. I don't know if I can find if they'll allow me to have tourist service out there. Because I'm not going to bring I can't bring my carrier over there. It's not going to work. Or just get T-Mobile for a day. I don't know if there's many people or many companies that have a ability to have the ability to go to like share your networks or whatever. Like, but I'll see if I can get a local carrier while I'm in China. That also gives me while I'm in China also will give me a chance to fix my WeChat, because my WeChat's been broken for a long time. And I used to have a WeChat like 15 years ago. And I let it go like an idiot. And now I freaking need it so I can get like downloads from China. I desperately need that right now. Yeah, I'm thinking like I might just get T-Mobile or something. And because they do have international, pay for like a month of service and then just cancel it because I'm not paying $80 fucking a month for service. But it's cheaper than roaming, because because I pay like I have like the fourth carrier in the United States. It's Dish Network, and so I don't have to like so that's not so bad. So it's $25 a month, and I have the smaller carrier, but then it automatically switches to AT&T, which is the second largest carrier in the United States. So I can switch between the smallest carrier to the second largest carrier at any point, and it's $25 with no data caps. So like I can completely use as much data as I ever wanted. But I think I did lose international calling when I switched over to that service. So I don't know if I can call foreign countries. I gotta ask them, like customer service, to see if I can still call like foreign countries and stuff. Because I had the same service, but it was like, it's called Boost Infinite, which is a postpaid service from the same carrier. But like, they didn't have carrier switching, and I was getting pissed. So I was like, I then switched over to Project Genesis, which is my carrier now. And Project Genesis is pretty cool. So if you go into Project Genesis, you can like that's the carrier that I have. So it's like region switching from AT&T. Let's see, and then yeah, we'll just do that. Okay, cool. I just picked a random address. So like, this is the phone I got. So basically it's a Edge 2023. It's $25 a month, unlimited data. And like, and it's slow delivery. It's not fast. It takes like a week. And then they have like a hard time porting your number. It was so freaking gay. And so yeah, $400 for a phone, but this phone's like $800. Like seriously, if you go to like try to find anywhere else, it's way more. The phone ain't bad. It's like basically like a Samsung S23 Ultra, pretty much. It's really nice. It's a nice phone. I mean, it's pretty sweet, dude. This phone is nice. I really like it. Yeah, this service is awesome. And they're going to partner with US Cellular too. They're like basically probably going to do like a reverse buyout where the CEOs of US Cellular will give up their company to Dish, and then they'll come on board and then become the like the people running the company, pretty much. I think that's what's going to happen. But like they have like FAQs, so like what's Project Genesis? It's like, yeah, it runs on the first 5G only network. They don't have LTE. This company's building only 5G towers. And then 250 cities nationwide. They only have the $25 a month plan with no data caps. You can use as much as you ever want. Yeah, no data caps. Truly unlimited. Yeah. You can, it just, yeah. What else can this thing do? Yeah, so, and it basically has two SIM cards. So it has an eSIM and it has a regular. So like, it's my speed is really fast. And there's spots where I get like 400 or 500 megabits a second on AT&T. And I'm like, holy shit, I never got this when I had like Boost Infinite. And Boost Infinite is $25 too. But $75 for 10 gigabytes is a lot. That's expensive. That's way expensive. Do they have Hello Mobile in Canada? Do you know if it's available in Canada? No, I don't think they do. Let's see. It's an NVNO, but like it doesn't work in Canada. They don't even have roaming. But what's cool about Hello Mobile is you can pick up you can like pick up like plans. You can like have service for $5, dude. Unlimited calling, unlimited text, $5 a month. And that's included taxes and fees for $5. So if you have like Wi-Fi, you could just like have it for $5, no taxes. Yeah. Well, what's cool too is if you add lines and you have family, so like 4 lines, you know, for unlimited, you know, that's $70 for the 4 lines. 85 for the. That's $15 just for this for 1 extra line. So what's 70 divided by 4? Let's see here. Calculator. That's $17 a month for each line. Yeah, it's crazy. And what's cool about this service is like you could call internationally. So like I could call any country I want, and I actually have for $5 you could call any country that you want for $5. It's so cool. Like, I mean, not every country, but landlines. I can call freaking Japan. I don't know if I can call China. Let me see if I can call China. Yeah, I can call China for $5. Yeah, this is Hello Mobile. It's like a NVNO that nobody knows about here in the United States. It runs off T-Mobile. Yeah, I actually have one of these SIM cards. I have one for my dad, and then I have one for my as a spare one I carry around as an extra phone in case I need it, because I'm. Yeah, this is free for international. It's included. All these countries. And then like what's cool was my I actually got more ability when I had Boost Infinite. Boost Infinite is a postpaid service, but I actually could call more countries with Boost Infinite than I can with this one. But this one's cool because like I can call like Japan, I could call like Mexico, I can call anywhere. Like I could even call Canada. Yeah, we can call Canada. I couldn't call your cell phone though, but with my old plan I could. Like with my with Boost Infinite, I could have called you for free on your cell phone, but landlines are included. I don't know why they have so many limitations, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, United States, they have some pretty good deals for cell phones, but they don't have any good deals for internet, like internet service. We are like freaking expensive. Like just for my business internet at my house, it's like $70, and we don't even have a good we don't even have like good speeds. Like I wish I could like would fast.com not show you my IP address? Yeah, let me make sure that I just don't want to give out my IP. Second. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. Let's try again. That's my upload, but my download, which it's faster than I remember, because I remember it being a lot slower than that. Yeah, your internet's better than mine. that's as fast as I can get my internet. See, I'm capped at 150 at 110, but I would show you my I'd show you my download, but I think it would my upload. But yeah. Oh yeah, thanks for coming in. I know I'm just bullshitting most of the night. It was just been a long day, but I was just surprised to see that like Pico had a 5.8 firmware now for the Pico 3, which isn't too bad. It's kind of like the 5.7, more like 5.72. I think it's more like that. But I think they just ran out of numbers that they wanted to use, so they just put it to 5.8. But thanks for stopping by. I don't know. I wish there was a way that I can do on my website where I could just add in a switch, like where you could just click it and make it another language, but yet have the same links. I mean, I really need to look into something like that so that when people come in, I probably should fix my HTTPS too, but I'm just so lazy. I only have so much time in a day. I don't have time to sit there and like, I know it'll only take like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but just to do it and get the motivation to do it, you know, I'm not very motivated. I know it sounds bad, but the motivation. Dude, I work like almost 9 hours a day. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Because like I'm a salary, so like if I work 10 hours, if I work 11, it's the same as if I'm working 8 hours. But I gotta show up early. Yeah, I need to do something for languages because seriously, all my links, like even the links that I use for my own stuff, is all like, they're not Google links. So I think my website should be available in China as well. I want everything to be available in China as well, or even Russia. I don't want any blocks on any of my stuff because I want them to be able to use my site and then all my download links are all like where they can natively use it without like without having to like go through VPNs or whatever. You know, like I want everybody to be able to use my stuff without having to go through some strange loophole. And that's another reason why I didn't want it to forward straight to Discord, because Discord is hard because everybody has to use a VPN to get there, like people in Russia and people in China, which is ridiculous. Like, it pisses me off with like what's been going on. Like, blocking people in Russia from being able to do anything is fucking bullshit. All over a war that neither side is right on, you know. Both sides are wrong on that, and it's bullshit that anybody would take a position on that, on which side's right and which side's wrong. I have no position. It's just sad. Yeah, I think so. I think it is blocked in Russia. Russia has a lot of blocks. I can double check, but it just pisses me off that they block Russia, because it's not like the citizens there is at fault of any of this. Prohibited sites: WhatsApp, Discord, Skype, Microsoft Teams, and Telegram are all prohibited sites. Yeah, it pisses me off. And what really makes me mad is the fucking Americans here. They sit here and like, oh, stand by Ukraine, or stand by... most of them are stand by Ukraine. And I'm sitting here like, fuck both of them. And I'm sorry, but like, we're just sad, but like, if you don't know like what's really going on, then you shouldn't have a position on that whole thing. Hey, welcome. Thank you for coming to my channel. We're just like fucking around and talking about like blocks of things that unfortunately happen with war and with governments like China. But yeah, so a lot of things are blocked. I mean, even like Pico won't even release a Russian keyboard for Pico users. And that's pretty sad because yeah, I think that's the problem. Is also the United States is like highly involved with that war. Like they're funding both sides, and they don't want to talk about that. But like, we won't pump our own oil, but yet we're sitting there paying Russia a bunch of money, and they're using that money to fund the war, and it's ridiculous. Like your content, so had to come. Oh, thank you for liking my content. I know it's kind of different than what normal people on YouTube do, and it's just some weird Chinese headset, but I love it anyway. I love the Pico headset. It's so amazing, but I wish that like Pico would actually get their shit together and actually support the Russian keyboard. I think it's fucking bullshit. I think the Russian keyboard should have been there a long time ago. I mean, literally, China and Russia have been so close as friends for so many years. I don't see why the fuck not. It really wouldn't have any damage on either side of anything, because China's already restricted anyway. But I don't know. Let me see if OneDrive's blocked in Russia. Because that's what I use. Yeah, so it's blocked in Russia as well. That's unfortunate. But it's not blocked in China, though. OneDrive isn't blocked in China. I know for sure because GitHub is available in China. Like GitHub is very available. You know what I feel like they should do is Pico should literally allow one store for their for their thing, and not lock it down to regions like they are. If they have a special app for people just in China, just leave it in Chinese. Most of the people in China can't read English, so, or any other languages usually. So why not? I mean, why have different stores? It just doesn't make any sense. And then blocking the purchases of the apps in Chinese is stupid too, because like they have so much more apps in the China store on the Pico than they do in global store. And it's just ridiculous. And then and having it twice, like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, they're going through all this extra stuff, and then it just makes it hard. And I understand, like, all they need to do is, if they want to make sure that the people that are in China and they're not, like, using their headsets outside of the China or whatever, they could still block it. Like, they can still block access. And, like Google does. Like, you can't, like, if you go up and you try to buy an app from their store, they like lock it within regions. So by your, like, they should just lock it by your regions, and like, hey, if I see that your IP address is here, unfortunately you can't buy this app for this price. Or like, oh, I see that you're with a Chinese IP address, we can't let you use this application within China. I mean, why can't they just do that instead of just like this whole weird like lockdown of everything and make it so that they can't make money? It just doesn't make sense. I mean, they can still lock it down. Yeah, I mean, I don't care if I mean, you saw me literally with my Pico 3. I changed the language to Japanese into Chinese, and I don't really care. I can still get around the system and use the system just fine. I can't read any of it, but I can see it and know what it is. They just and also when you factory reset the headset, they should let you pick which region. Hey, do you want it in China or do you want it in global? And it'll allow you to like pick the store like that you want. Or I mean, if they're gonna do 2 stores, that's what they should do. So like let you pick which store that your device is in. I mean, having to flash firmwares and like having these firmware things is so stupid. I mean, like extra work for them. Like they have to sit here and pay these people barely anything anyway, but then they have to like go and say, hey, let's go ahead and make an extra store. Hey, have a good night. Thanks for coming by. I know it's kind of boring. Sorry. But yeah, yeah, it's yeah, let them decide, or just have it like, you know how like we can't get the Pico app on the Google store because we're not in the right region. I mean, seriously. Oh, I'm glad it's not boring. I'm glad it's kind of fun. I'm actually having a blast. Like, I don't normally do like live streams, but I'll show you the program I'm using. Like a lot of these people like that are streaming, they use like one program. I use XSplit. So this is my XSplit program. XSplit is pretty sweet. It lets you see, you can like adjust the microphone, all this stuff. You can like have multiple scenes. I think this system's way better and way cooler. If you go and look over here, so you can see like this. And what's really cool is if you pick like here, you can actually pick right here and you can upload it to YouTube. Like, see, that's how I upload everything to YouTube, is through this app, and it does it automatically. Yeah, I use XSplit because it's freaking awesome. I don't like the other one. I forgot what it was even called. OBS. Yeah, OBS is shit. This is really nice compared to OBS. And you know what's funny is like, you could go buy a lifetime of XSplit, but why would you do that when you can go over to like Mbia, and then you can just get XSplit. Oh, year premium, $1.95, and then you just get a year at a time. You know, like, it's just so stupid. Like, I mean, I'm not like promoting like to do things shadily, but you can go over here to Nbia, get XSplit for $1, $1.95 for a year. See, $2. Oh, you do the same? Yeah. And you know, like if you just go straight to xsplit.com or whatever, they want like $200 just for a lifetime, and I'm like, yeah, King Quin's awesome. I have King Quin as well. I also get my Xbox Game Pass from those sites. Yeah, you can get like a trial of XSplit, and then on top of your trial, you can just go pay like $2. And then yeah, XSplit is really nice, and it actually like lets you stream and do so much. It has so much more power than OBS, and like I just love it. I haven't updated it for a while. Every time I open it, it says you have an update, and I'm like, I don't got time for that shit. But like, I'm actually paid up for like a year and a half. Oh yeah, it's so much. It's just so much easier. Like, yeah. And you know what's funny is I got XSplit for free for 6 months with my graphics card. So I bought my brother a graphics card just because he had a shitty graphics card. So they gave me like 6 months free, and I'm like, I don't know about this. And then I started using it, and I was like, dude, this is badass. So I almost went and spent $200 just to get a lifetime. And then I saw that it was $2, so I was like, I'll just use XSplit for $1.95. Because there's no point in like paying for like 2 years. I mean, like a lifetime of it would be, how long is a lifetime of a company? I wonder. Maybe like 10 years at most. You know, XSplit's not going to be around for more than 10 years. So you just pay like at least $24 for 10 years. You know. I mean, even if it's around in 10 years, but $200. I mean, you're lucky if it's even around in 10 years from now. So you're gonna pay like what, $200? You're paying way more than that. You know. But you know, the only time that it was actually worth buying was Plex. Plex was actually worth buying because like if you go over to Plex and you wanted to buy Plex, like it's worth paying and buying their like service. It's like $100 and something. I don't know. I can't remember. But I'm like logged in, so let's see. Features. Okay, you have all this stuff, but if I would have paid month by month, it would have sucked. But I paid for like the whole lifetime thing. Oh yeah. So like if their terms and conditions get fucked up and you paid for 2 years or for lifetime for $200, and then they go, oh, we decided to change, discontinue that service and go to another one. You're fucking stuck with like archaic shit. Because it's not we decided not to do that. See, if I would have paid $4.99 a month with the Plex Pass, what the fuck? Like, what's Plex Pass? $4.95? The fuck are they doing? Yeah, like... Oh, here we go. Monthly, $4.95. Annual's $40 a month. Oh, it happened to an editing software company where you were offered a lifetime agreement and then they changed their premium tier, and only because the community they decided to honor it. Yeah, exactly. They'll do that shit all the time. I'm surprised that they haven't done that because I paid I paid 6 years ago $119 for Plex. So if you go to 119, or how many, so 6 years times 12 is 72 months. So 72, so 119 divided by 72 months. I've paid $1.65 a month for my Plex. You know? So, I mean, yeah. Plex is okay. Here, I'll show you like my Plex. This is what I have on Plex. It's pretty nice because like if I go in, it'll actually let you skip the intro and the outro. It also has like you can like go in and it tells you like about the episode, things like that. It's okay. There's a lot more like app support, so you can like play it on the PlayStation. So if you have a PlayStation, but if you have an Xbox, you can just use, and you only use an Xbox, you can use Jellyfin, which is completely free. It does have a skip intro, but I've used the beta version, so I would go into dashboard, but it will give my IP address. But so I could do a skip intro, but the problem with is I can't install the add-on because I'm in a beta. So I'm using like the beta version of Jellyfin. is fine. The thing I don't like about this is the Duke and Dallas. So like the Duke and Dallas, like they don't even have the second thing sometimes. Oh yes, you can. And what's cool too is with this, I have the DLNA support. Both have the DLNA support, but this one also has DLNA support. Let me see if. Oh, see, it has the. I have like the intro. Yeah, so it has the intro of the song. It can do that too. It's pretty cool. So I did that just for fun. Oops, gotta move this over here. There we go. But yeah, so it does DLNA and all that, and you can actually use it in the Pico that way, and you can also use the problem I have with this is yeah, it's kind of cool. It'll play the intro that I put in there. But not all of them do that. It's only ones I add. But like, if you go in here, it says a lot of times the so you have Jobless Reincarnation Master, right? But if you go to the second season, sometimes it repeats it again, and sometimes it doesn't even give you the information. Like so, the information of the episode doesn't show up. It's kind of why I'm getting kind of pissed off at the like Jellyfin, because you try to go in and you try to like find out what's going on with the seasons, and it just gives you the title of the name of the, but yeah, it won't give you information about the thing. And sometimes what it does is if it's like a popular anime, it'll give you the information of the season, but it'll still do this, but it'll give you the information, which is kind of lame. Like, I don't know how to fix it, but I think it's just something to do with their like with the app itself. It's kind of broke. But this is what's cool about it though too. Like, this is like straight to me. I'm not going through a funnel or anything. And what's really cool is it has transcoding. So like if I go in and I have a graphics card. So like if I go into here, let's see here. So this is my other computer, and then if I go in here and I open up my, I'll just go here. So if I go in here, and then like, this shows that my transcoding works. So if I'm playing something, it'll actually transcode for me. And then what's also cool is if I do DH minus F or DF minus H, I think. I think that's it, right? I always switch that around. No, that's not the right one. It's not the right command. It's DH minus F. I think. Nope. Maybe it is DH minus F. I don't remember. I think it's. Actually, I'll just go up to it because I. Oh, here it is. DF minus H. That's what I thought. Okay. That's what I was trying to do. Oh well, whatever. Here it is. This is how much space I'm using up. So like my my drive 2 is at 148 gigabytes left of my anime server, and then my drive 3 has 10 terabytes left, so I'm only using 8% of my drive 3, and then out of my 13 terabyte drive, I'm using 79%, and it's 2.8 terabytes free. But my 15 terabyte hard drive 2 is at is at 14 terabyte capacity, and I only have like 148 gigs left. So all three of my drives are kind of used up here, which is kind of nice. Yeah, so what's cool about this too is like each folder, so you see each hard drive is its own folder. So the way it breaks down is like if I go in here, that's a drive, that's a drive, and that's a drive. And then the way Linux is it puts the drive into a folder so that it makes it easier to track where your stuff's at. So some people say it's freaking stupid the way it does it, but I actually think it's logical. And so that you can go in and you can look at all your anime. And what's cool too is you have your DLNA server too, so you can like look it up if you wanted to do DLNA. But yeah, so then you just do this file structure, and then that's kind of how the file structure works. So like both Jellyfin and thing, it works really, really nice. So like you can go Claymore, the anime Claymore season 1, and it breaks it down into this. So then that way they recognize it as each episode and everything else. But yeah, it makes sense to me to use drives as folders too, because it just helps me organize it right. And then when I go to look at the thing, it just kind of makes it easier. Okay, drive 1, drive 2, drive 3. Oh, these are my remote drives, and I have another server that's completely off the base that I'm using for TV. So like if I go over here, I actually have TVs, servers, and TVs and movies thing. Another cool thing too is like if you, for the Pico, if you have a 3D movie, you can go in here and then you can, my first video back on YouTube when I did it was, is side by side. So then when you're you can like make it 3D when you're watching your movie, and it's pretty sick. So like if I go in here and then I go back into my thing, I can actually see if it's actually transcoding. And let's see if it's transcoding. Nope, no running processes, so it's not transcoding right now. So that's pretty cool. Let's see, like I can show you what it looks like when it's transcoding. So this is a 4K video, so of course it's not going to. Yeah, so you can use 3D movies. Yeah, dude, it's pretty cool. And then you can watch it in 3D on your Pico. So like, and then if you have Jellyfin, you can just watch it through the thing. So you go in here. This is a 4K movie, right? So I go in here, and if I do this, the running process, now I have a 4K transcode. So like my graphics card, I have an NVIDIA graphics card, 1650, and it transcodes it and cuts down the video so that it actually plays at a different rate, so that incompatible, so that it makes it compatible with what you have. So if you have a 4K TV like my TV, yeah, and what's cool is you can actually play it off your headset too. Because if you go into these, like if you take the file, the 3D movie, and you put it on your Pico directly, you can actually watch the movie in 3D off your headset without setting up a whole file system like this. You can actually just play it off your Pico, and you can watch movies in 3D, and it's pretty sick. Or you can go jump on big screen with me and ask me to play a movie sometime, and I can watch a movie with you in 3D. I have several movies that we can watch. Like all these are my 3D movies. Yeah, so I don't have all of them, but these are all the ones I ripped from like Pirate Bay. I don't know of anywhere else to get them, but these are all the 3D movies I have. And they all look good. The Poe one, the Puss in Boots, was really fun to watch. Yeah, and then like you can ask people on big screen, like if you want to watch big screen with me, I'm usually on about this time at night, and we can watch. I can watch 3D movies. It just would be limited on these movies. It'd be cool to watch Final Destination in 3D. That actually would be badass, because that'd be fun. But they have Beauty and the Beast, I have Alice in Wonderland, I have all these. Yeah, I actually have quite a big library of regular movies too. I just have tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of movies. I have 1,551 movies of just movies. Just boom, you know. And then what's cool too is then I have anime movies too. But I haven't updated the posters because like I've been so lazy. But I only have 400 movies in anime movies. But then I have like sub movies. I have 891 sub TV shows. And then I have like dubbed TV shows. I have 1,303 what's it called? Seasons of anime of different like shows. So like I just have hours and hours of entertainment that I can never like utilize all of it, but at least it's still there. But yeah, it's still fun. This was one of my favorite books. Like I read this anime. I like Super Cup too. Super Cup's really good. It's a really good anime. See, this is pretty nice because it has the thing. It even has the. But even Plex even does that too. Like if you go into Plex, you can go into like a popular anime, and it'll play the. As you're in there, it's kind of nice because like, you know, sometimes you're like, oh, I wonder if this show's any good, and then you're like, oh, it has the theme song, so you know you can go in and some don't have the theme song because some of the newer stuff, but these are all this season. I don't know if Farming Life has it. There's certain animes just don't have it because it's just not popular enough, but. Let's see if another one. Let's see. Let's go to dub. Oh, Angel Beats, of course we have it. So yeah, so that's just basically my Plex server. It's really cool. I only use Plex once in a while, and then I mostly just use Jellyfin because it's just such a better like platform. So like if you look at the jellyfin.org, it's all free to use, and it's open source, and it's nice, and they don't restrict you. You just use whatever you want. And then what's cool too is they have like these are the clients. So you have like desktop player, you have like an Android player, Android TV, you have like WebOS, you have like all sorts of like client stuff, and then like the server you can like I have the Debian server, so like I can go in here all Ubuntu versions, and then I just go in here and I'm like, okay, I want to go to the unstable, I want to go to like the server, and then they just did an update on the 7th. Okay, cool. So then I just go in here, and then I can just grab the unstable Debian version. So I just go copy the link here, and then I go in here, and then I could go CD1, CD, and then wget, actually CD drive, and then CD or wget. And then I just download the latest version. And then what you can do too is then you can just go in here and like, okay, I need to install this, right? So you just go in here. I usually just up until I see one I want. And then server. And then what did I download? It was 8.7 unstable Deb, and then you just type in your password, and I just updated my server to the latest version. Yeah. So tomorrow I could watch. I'll be on big screen if you have it, and you can watch we can watch some movies on there. Just hit me up on Discord. Hey, um, hey, Omushi, or hey, Aaron. You want to watch a movie on big screen? Just let me know, and then I'll because I do get notifications on Discord because I don't have what's that called? I don't have a bot system where I control what's going on in there because I don't really like having AI and stuff controlling everything because I kind of like the feel of the 90s where just we're able to just talk however we want to talk. I, I guess I'm just old school. I just like being able to have some freedom, But it is what it is. I'm just gonna update the web? The web's been out of date too, huh? Okay, cool. We'll get the web server too. So you just copy a link address. Boom. Big screen? Oh yeah, big screen VR. It's on Steam. So if you go over here to Steam and you just go to big screen, it's like a movie app, dude. So if you go in here and then you go to the store page, you can watch movies and stuff in a theater with friends. Yeah. So you watch movies with friends and they can I give them a negative review because they're assholes sometimes, but yeah, you get a movie theater, you can get an avatar and you can watch movies in a theater. And this is what I do a lot of my time. Most of my time I just watch movies. And then you can watch 3D movies in here too with your friends. And then you can chat and talk while you're watching movies. It's freaking badass, actually. Alright, so now I just got a wget. Boom. So this is pretty much just a Linux server kind of thing. 807. Boom. So now I just updated my my Jellyfin server. Yeah, it sucks. Do you have a Quest by chance? You have like a Quest? Because they have a native app in the Quest. If you have a Quest 2, you can just use that because they have a native app. It's very limited. I don't know if you can or not. Oh, yeah, you can try it, see if it runs. I think I require a little bit more because I stream. Yeah, I stream a lot. So even with my A770 graphics card, it lets me use with virtual desktop. Yeah. Oh yeah, the 5.8 is pretty sick. It updates your controllers, just so you know. But even with my ARC card, you can play big screen. But I just can't stream because people can't see my screen. So now, yeah, so now my Jellyfin's updated. So let's see here. So there we go. It doesn't look any different, but it's probably fixes and stuff. But yeah. Oh, you have a Ryzen 5 3500U, so I don't think it'll be that difficult. Yeah, it will run. I've tried it with, if I go to your device manager like this, as you can see, I have Radeon graphics too, and my CPU is a Ryzen 5700G. So yeah, it's a pretty sick card. Like my 5700G is pretty sick, and then I have a 47 or 46 or something G on my streamer computer. But I don't use the GPU. I don't use the APU in that. I just use it. I just use it as a regular one because it's cheaper. it was cheaper to buy the APUs than it was the straight up 5700 because like it was way cheaper. It's so crazy how cheap like a 2 generations or 3 generations old is compared to like buying it right when it's brand new. And this shit like will last me years. Like I don't get like why people go out and build a computer with all of like up-to-date specs when you could just get something a couple generations old and then just get a nice graphics card with the money that you saved, and it'll still output the same as it would have if you just would have bought the latest. It's just I don't understand it. Like if you really want gaming performance, just get a good graphics card. You know, you don't have to buy the latest everything because that's so expensive. Like if you, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like cheap and I grew up poor, but I just never understood buying the latest stuff. Yeah, just to say that you can get it. It's like the only time to buy something brand spanking new, like right when it comes out from the store, is gaming consoles and gaming consoles. So like gaming consoles, like if you buy like a Nintendo Switch, it's the same price as it's always going to be the whole time in the life of the thing at the store. Or if you buy like a PlayStation or an Xbox, it's the same price the life of the thing. If you buy it from the store. But like if you buy a computer and all the parts, that stuff depreciates so quickly. A phone depreciates so quickly. A TV depreciates so quickly. Like the prices don't stay. It's just, yeah. I still don't know how we are allowed GPUs to get over 1,000. So I'm willing to wait next year to get it secondhand. The same. Like it doesn't like computer parts just fall in price so damn fast, but then like consoles, they stay up there. That's why I never understood like the reasoning for PC. That's like PC parts just but what's stupid was the Quest 2, how it increased in price. and that's Pico's fault, really. Dude, Battle Mage is going to be sick. Have you seen? Okay, so I have an Intel GPU right now too in my computer. Okay, but just so you know, the shit's always getting updated. So if you go to like device and drivers, and then you go like to where is it? Graphics. Where's the beta? Okay. 8.14. So this is the latest one. Okay. They're literally updating every time. And also, they are like... also, this last update, they've like fixed the... a lot of the... what was that? 11... the last generation games or whatever that's on the last DirectX 11. That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah. Battle Mage is going to be sick. There's so much improvements that's happening every 2 weeks. There's a new update. Did you know that the lower version of the 380 for the Intel 380, they've actually updated its firmware and clocked it at a higher rate after release. Like they've released the Intel 380, A380, and they've actually upped the clocks on it via firmware update. I don't know for sure if they managed to do the VR support because I'm running Ghost Spectre on my computer and I need to wipe it and start over because I think I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's my computer because I'm using Ghost thing. Yeah, so yeah, the A3. Okay, so if we go over here, like, I'm not just saying it, like, here we go. We'll just go over here. So the 380 gets a 7.5 clock speed increase with the latest firmware update. I mean, what company does that? After release, they up their little tiny graphics card and boosts it up. I mean, Intel's going to be the way to go, man. Especially because, like, if you go into Pico and you go into, like, the community forum, like this, okay, and you go and you search Pico or Intel. They, like, and I've talked about this before, but, like, Pico and Intel all over China. Like, this ain't no joke, man. Intel's busting into the Chinese market like there's no tomorrow. Because if you go to, like, AliExpress or any other place and you start looking at their graphics cards and shit, they're all like those laptop notebook graphics card. Yeah, it's gonna happen, and it's not just gonna be Pico and Intel graphic. Like, Intel just paid the money to get their foot in the door, but in reality, they're just paying the money to get their foot in the door with Steam. Yeah, so like with Steam, like this, basically the power move from Intel is to get Steam support for VR, Steam VR support. That's the power move. And to get the second largest, like, market for, like the biggest, one of the biggest markets for money in this field area, they ain't stupid. Intel is not stupid. They're gonna be, like, dominating within 2 years. They'll be dominating. I don't think they're gonna outsell AMD and Nvidia, but I do think they'll be dominating, like, the market, especially in China. And once they dominate in China, the Steam support's going to be amazing, especially with the Pico. Because, like, they're already, as you can tell when I was, with the, let's see here. So when you go in here to, oh, there it is. So in here, we go over here. They've already removed the strict of the graphics card. They're already removing the strictness. Yeah, and then, like, if you go and you look at the actual application, let's see here. Let's see. It's like it's letting me go through without any issue, but, like, before it was like, hey, you're having issues with your graphics card or whatever. But now it's not even complaining. But it used to say you can't use it because it's Intel Arc. Yes, if you wait, get a Battle Mage. Don't be getting this Intel Arc Alchemist stuff yet. Don't get Alchemist. Get the Battle Mage. Battle Mage is going to be competing with the 480 GPUs. And that's going to be like probably another 8 months, 7-8 months. They'll be competing with the Battle Mage, with the NVIDIA 4080. Yeah, do a lot of the research on your own though. Like, don't just take my word for it. Just like kind of watch other YouTubers about it and kind of look through it, because I'm kind of biased because I really do believe in the Intel. I believe in their product, and it's because the work that they've been doing by standing behind their product is what is keeping me in liking the Intel Arc and their GPUs. Yeah, and that's what I'm hoping for is it to become a VR juggernaut. Basically, I think the Intel Arc is going to become the go-to for VR. And I have a sneaky feeling, and this is just me hoping, but could you imagine if they put the Battle Mage APU into like the Deckard or something? That would be fucking awesome. Because like they'd have these handhelds, and they'll have like the Intel GPU, which is like freaking monster built into it. I mean, they've already done APUs for so long. That would be freaking crazy. Yes, that them doing what they've been doing, adding in DirectX 11 and other things, is amazing. And also, not just that you can do that, but you can also do this. So let me close this. And maybe that's half my problem, is because I was fucking around with other things. But there's this, where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Okay. Oh, that's probably why my problem. The fuck? Okay, let me remove this out. Okay, cool. Okay, I was forcing DirectX 10. Let's see if it actually works now that I freaking messed around with it. On my hell, like freaking idiot. Okay, I'm gonna see if it works, man. So just stand by for a minute, because I've been messing around with stuff, and I was like, why is this not working? It keeps crashing. Oh, see, my Arc A770. This is what I got. Okay. But it lets me do it without having to like turn anything off. Okay, so I got this, and then let's go ahead and see if this shit works, because I had it in DirectX 10 mode, because you can do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and Streaming Assistant, Arc A770. Okay, it's now launching Steam VR. Let's see if this thing works. Let's see. That'd be so cool if it actually worked. I'd be shocked. No. Okay, let me double check one other thing, because I might have another setting. So just a second here. Because that would be fucking sick. But I might have done other things. So let me see here. Yeah, Steam VR is high performance, right? So what I could do too is like, check this out. Steam VR dashboard, options, power saving, save, right? Steam VR. Okay, dashboard, options, power saving, SteamVR, boom, SteamVR, options, power saving. Okay, now let's see. Exit directly. I've learned to like close things out completely, then reopen them when you're trying to do like settings like this. But I do want to see if it actually works, because I had it on DirectX 11 and that shit, like, no wonder it didn't work when I was in big screen before. Okay, let's see. Let's see if this shit works now. Okay, Streaming Assistant connect. That'd be cool. Yeah, come on now. Please work. I don't think it's going to. It's taking so long for SteamVR to like open. Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's having a crybaby fit. Okay, so another option we can do is if we go into here. I have to go back in here, go back over here, high performance, big screen, high performance. Okay, cool. So now if I go into here and then go to streamer, virtual, where's streamer? There it is. Okay. Let's close this one out because I don't need that. Exit. Okay. So we have that. Let's see if it works now with DirectX 11 turned off, or 10 turned off, because like I had that like forced, and I'm wondering if it now will work with the updates that. Yeah, I'm trying it now. So let's see. Games, big screen, Steam. Let's see if it actually works. I do know that it'll work in Half-Life Alyx because I've tried that, but I had big screen set up as a DirectX 11 because I was using this app and I didn't remember I was using that, so that's why I was like, yeah. So let's see if it'll open. Okay, big screen is opening. And if I can see the screen on the screen, that'll be amazing. Okay, manage that. Due to a crash. Okay, dismiss. Okay. It might work. It may not, though. Yeah, big screen is really particular on this app. It gets pissed off because it does not want to load. Yeah. That's why I was using DirectX 10. But maybe if I use DirectX 11 now that they've updated its thing. Okay. I'm going to try that. Oh, did it actually? Did I just give up too soon? I don't know. But anyway, I think I gave up too soon. But maybe if I used this and then edit list, add, and then big screen. Let's see. Okay. So I got big screen, and instead of 10, we go to 11. And then we'll try again and see if it'll load it correctly. Because, you know, they fixed DirectX 11, but not yet 10. So let's see. Virtual desktop, one more time. Games. Steam games. And it seems like the big screen version for the Oculus actually works pretty good too. Like, kind of. Because I have Oculus stuff on here too. Okay, so now I'm in there. Okay. Let's see if it actually is working. Okay, I hear the big screen sound, but I don't see anything on the screen. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. It's only the Oculus game that will work. Okay, yeah, so it's still kind of broke. But anyway, Half-Life Alyx works though. Which is kind of cool. Yeah, big screens are kind of a shit. So, but I'm opening up Half-Life Alyx now. So, like, if you go in here and, like, I don't know if that's a good idea or not. But like, this works just fine. And this is an Intel Arc. So it's not completely blocked, it's just that the big screen is kind of messed up. It's kind of its own little thing. But VR games do work. I should try that Payday, since I have Payday, and see if it works. But like, Half-Life Alyx works just fine. Yeah, Alex is the reason I wanted VR on the first place. Oh, I haven't really even played this. I bought the game, and I never used it. But you can see that like the graphics and it like just looks great. Yeah, it's just amazing. Anyway. I logged out of it, so. But yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. That's so yeah, like big screen has like its own special drivers, and it's like really, really bad. Like when it comes to that stuff. Let me see. Yeah, but virtual desktop, I could play on like Alex. I could probably even play like Payday, because I bought that game for 99 cents. So like I could just go in here and like go to my library and just get Half-Life. I have like a few other Half-Life games, and then I have like Payday. I have like a bunch of the VR add-on. I could get the VR. The VR add-on or whatever. You can play Payday on this, I guess. It does play any other game very well. Like any other game I throw at it. I have Diablo 4. It plays it pretty well. Like when I played the beta and everything. Like it's kind of amazing. I have a bunch of games on here actually that. It's just everything other than VR works great. Yeah, so the graphics card is really nice. Oh no, you don't use the Steam version. Don't even buy the Steam version. If you want that app, you can just get Desktop++. This is more updated than the virtual desktop, and it's free. The virtual desktop app is garbage. It hasn't been updated since 2016. No updates ever. No updates. Not a single update since 2016. Yeah, good. Yeah, so if you want this app, you're better off just going over here and getting this one. It's better. And it's free. Yep, that's what I'm getting at. Is like, there's no point in buying his $14 one, because you're gonna get the virtual desktop that you have on the Pico. It works just the same. It's fine. Yeah, there's quite a bit like of cool stuff on here. I couldn't believe it. I don't know if you guys seen this app that that the Void made. But I'll kind of show you like that real quick. So what I do to like find firmware is you can just go in here and you just okay, grab. So I just was like, okay, let me go ahead and grab something. And so I just grabbed see if it had the firmware update, and here it is. And then yeah, and it tells you about it. And then but the global one, I don't know why, but it's always outdated. But that's pretty cool. So when I go to look for the global firmware for the Pico 3, I always have to just kind of go over here and just kind of go over to the Pico site, and then just go back, and then Pico OS, and then just go to global, and then Pico link. Yeah, that's how I got this link. But yeah, that's kind of like how I get the updates, I guess. And then you have the one with the business stores, this one. But that's kind of how I get the updates. I mean, the Void is awesome. He's just been so busy. He's the one that's helped us so much in the community. We wouldn't be as far as we are without the Void. He's such a good guy. I'm so happy that I've met that guy. He's such a good person. And he's helped us so much, like the whole community as a whole. But yeah, so that's there's so much cool stuff about it. I wish there was like a cooler thing that we can do. I wish there was like a new headset that was actually decent that we could actually go into. But Pico really did drop the ball on the Enterprise. The Enterprise was such a drop of the ball. It's kind of sad. And then, yeah, the Pico Pro was kind of a drop of the ball too. Because I don't know why my internet speed is so crap. And it's been like this, not just with streaming. Yeah, I mean, I don't get why they even did all this, because it can't really. I don't even know why their website is so slow. It's literally the slowest thing possible. But I am glad that they finally updated the Pico streaming assistant to work with their. That's probably why I'm having some problems. I only have 28 gigs of RAM. Supposed to, but if you go in here, you do have the tracking, the face tracking and stuff, which is kind of cool. But they really do need to do something, because they haven't like if you get a Pico Pro, you can't use really anything other than the default stuff that they have. It's kind of shitty. And then and they block you every way they can from using the store like normal. And like their website is so slow. It's like, how many freaking versions do they need? But all these different firmware versions and like I don't know if you guys ever took the time to like look at their video app, their streaming video app. It's pretty cool. So like you can like download this to your computer and then it has a built-in like movie player. So like you go in and like it has a built-in movie player. So it like if you go into your app set, like your file explorer, and then you run like I guess oh no, this one's the this is an APK. Where was that? Is it this one? Oh, this is the one I was talking about. So you can go to your file explorer and stuff, and then you can watch movies from your file explorer thing. So like if you go in and you install the remote play assistant, it actually works off your like default like browser of your file explorer. So if you play this, you can like run like video into your Pico, and it will show up in that little like file explorer on the Pico. I believe it does. I'm just so used to like just the Chinese site. So you just go in there and you just drop the video that you want to play, and then it'll like stream it inside your inside the Pico, like as the file explorer. Yeah, so like basically, and then they have a guide to how to use it, but it's kind of like self-explanatory. You just drop the video app in here, and then you can watch it straight out of your file explorer. To extract it from the PC, you just plug in the cable, I think, and then you just drop it in. So like if you did like a recording, you just go into your Pico. So let's see here. Is my Pico even connected? Yeah, so go in here, and then you would go into your like videos. Let's see here. There's like a let's see. I didn't really record anything, but it would be in one of these, and you just throw it onto your computer. I haven't done a recording forever, and I keep resetting my computer, or my Pico. Like every time I turn around, I'm resetting stuff. Like even this, like you never want to keep your deload folder. You always want to delete that. So after you're done upgrading, you want to delete it. You don't want to keep it on there, because what it does is it puts like temporary folders in there that you can't see anyway, and you want to just kind of keep that fresh and like leave it off there. But I do pull a lot of stuff from my Pico. I don't know, like what else should I cover? I'm kind of just like, I'm covering a lot of shit actually today. It's kind of crazy. I wonder what that app I downloaded was. I don't really remember too much about it. So there was an APK I just downloaded. So if I copy this, oh, it's a screencast. Oh, okay. Yeah, we already have screencasts. Like, I don't know if like, say they're having a problem, I guess, with the screencast, you can just add in an extra screencast, which already has a built-in screencast. So why is there a screencast option on their website? Like, why is there a screencast? That's not that one, it's this one. So why is there a screencast option when you already have a screencast inside your Pico already? Like, it's included. Do you think anybody would even watch me play Steam VR games? Maybe it is for Android TV. Let me see what this says. Maybe I was just confused. Maybe it's not for the Android. Maybe you're right. Screencasting for Pico is a Pico developed screencast based for Android TV. You're right. So there you go. So there we go. So maybe I should put that on my for those people that need it for Android TV. But they probably should just go visit this page and then download it directly from like using their browser. So, well, you have a good night, man. Yeah, if I start, I don't know if I really don't know if anybody would watch it, but if you'd watch it, then maybe I should start doing VR gaming, and maybe it'd be interesting. It's 10:30 here at night, and I've been up since 7. I'm so tired, and then I have to get up early tomorrow, and take my dad to the doctor and do all this stuff, and it's gonna just be a long ass day. I'm just so worn out. On top of the stress, like I have to like keep up with so much stuff, and it's just so much stress. I don't know how I'm doing it. Being autistic and then having a job that you go to all the time, it's just, I'm not used to it. It's such a hard thing to get my head around. Like when I first started there, like back in March, I'm like, how do you guys stay here for 8 hours a day? And I'm sitting there like, this is living hell every day. And now I'm like there all the time at like 8 or 9 hours a day. And I'm like, and then I have all this responsibility now, and it's just hard. Like, because of this like, autism is just hard, to keep focused. And so, so I'm really tired from work. But, yeah, he just, my dad has his teeth, he has diabetes, so his teeth started kind of falling out and stuff. And, like, he went and got permanent teeth from, he got them all pulled out, and then they gave him permanent, false teeth. They're like, so every year they have to take out his teeth, the whole like system that they put in, and then they clean it. So that's what's tomorrow is, and it takes them hours. So like we gotta go there, have him have his, yeah, they're dental implants, but they're the whole thing, bottom and tops. So then they take them out, they clean them, make sure it's clean, and they do this once a year. And then, so it takes hours. So then I'm stuck with my dad for this many hours, and he wants to do like all this stuff that he's old school, so he wants to do recycling stuff and all this. I don't know, and I'm just so over it. And yeah, working. It's so hard because I used to work with my dad and make money with him like that way. I mean, no, I didn't make as much money, but it was just so much better because of my time. But now it's so hard because like I'm dedicating like a lot of my life to this, and then I get messages on my phone about work, and I'm just like, please shoot me. But it's a rewarding job. Like what I do is not bad. We do like fall alerts. So like these old people that fall over and stuff, we have this device that like calls emergency services. so that we usually have a call 911, which is our emergency dispatch people, like police, and then they'll come over to their house and get them if they're in if they need help. So we have these devices that just smartly call out to 911, and so that's what I do for work is I build these things. I put them together and I build them. Now I'm over a team of people that program them, so like that they'll call 911 or call their friends or whatever, and then we have to fulfill so many orders per day, and I have a team of people. I have a team of people that are below me, and then I manage that, and then on top of what I did before I got promoted, so now I'm doing the job of the other guy that left because he was going to school full time. So I took over his position of getting programs fulfilled, and then I'm still building the device from scratch. So I put them all together, build it, and then box it up, and then test everything to make sure, not everything, but test the charging station and make sure everything's there. And then I send it over to these other people that are on my team to program the numbers and the contact list and all that stuff into the device and to get it ready to send out. So I don't really program as in like writing software, but we program the numbers and phone numbers that they want in there to call if they ever have a problem. So if they if they fall or if they push the button for help, it'll say fall alert's been activated, press SOS stop, I'm calling contact number 1, and it'll call like 911 or the person, and then after that, then it goes to it'll hang up after 3 minutes, and this is call alert has been activated, press SOS stop, and if they don't stop it, then it goes to contact number 2, and then sometimes we get calls so that we can program it over the phone, so we can text it and add in numbers and change it and whatever. So yes, I'm also a quality control. So like I basically make sure everything, because I used to not check. I used to think everything was okay, and then we'd get calls like this shit ain't working, like it's not charging. So now I'm making sure everything's good. It's it's my job. Like me taking tomorrow off, I don't know how the fuck they're gonna survive because I only was up 25 devices and we were out of devices for a bit because a lot of our stuff comes from China, and then we had to build it here, and that's why I have to go to China, is so that I can like manufacture more of it here so that we can get more of our shit so that I can have more stuff available. So like by the time so tomorrow I only have 25 units built and tested, and I did everything I could to get caught up, but I just can't. And yeah, the problem is getting people that are actually competent to do my job. They're just not competent. Like, they're building the docks, but like they can't. Like, I try to teach a few of them, and they just can't. It's just too hard. And I don't know. I'm interviewing a couple people for the job on Friday. Like one guy I'm interviewing, and then there's a girl. I'd rather have a girl because women are more detail oriented, and I need somebody detail oriented for if they're gonna build the device to relieve pressure off of me. But a lot of people, they're just not detail oriented enough to do it. I don't know what else to do. Like, it is a workload, but like they're doing their job, but I just don't know. Like, it's hard to find somebody that could do it, and I'm hoping that like in the interview that I have, I can ask the right questions. Because the owner told me, I just got promoted like about what is it, like 2-3 weeks ago, and then he told me Monday that he's like, I'm gonna have you over just interviewing these people. So now I went from being a nobody to having to hire people. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta find somebody because I just can't. I just can't keep at the level that I'm at. I, yeah, they just don't. Okay, they don't listen. Like, okay, I'm asked them to do something, and they completely do it wrong. And then I go in and I show them, and then and then they fucking do it wrong. And this is the charging stuff, the charging dock. This isn't even the device itself that I'm putting together. And so like, they just, it's just hard because they're just, they think they're doing it right, and then you tell them, but they're just, I don't know. It's just hard. Yeah, I've taken pictures and showed them. There's some that are really good, and then there's some that are just, I don't know what else to do about it. Hopefully I can get somebody. But the problem with the guy on Friday is he's a computer guy, and I want a hardware guy, a hardware computer guy, not a software computer guy. That's what I need. I need somebody that's hardware, and I may ask them and talk to them about Legos and see if they know anything about Legos and how to build with Legos. Maybe that's what I need to talk to them about, is how to, hey, do you know anything about Legos? And have you built with Legos as a kid? And maybe that's what I need to ask, because yeah, it's crazy. And like, when I came back on, like, he wanted me to do like this and that, and like I was like, yeah, like, yeah, Legos are really cool. I might ask him if they know anything about Adrenos, like Adreno boards and stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna ask him if they know anything about Legos. Like, hey, you know about a Lego store that they're opening over in Farmington? See if he knows. Just a feeler. Don't ask him if he knows how to use them, but just kind of a feeler, because like, that's where it'd be, like, kind of thing. Um, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I need to like read up on how to, like, maybe tomorrow read up on how to interview people, because I don't remember that part when I was trained years ago as a manager. It's been so long. I never was a part of hiring people. So that's a lot of stress too. Is like, because I have integrity, a lot of it. Like, when it comes to, I'm putting my name on the line when I hire somebody, and so I'm gonna be hiring people and wish that, like, and now that would be reflective of me on my decision of if I hire the wrong person. So the stress of that too, because I just don't want to hire somebody and it just be a complete waste of my time and theirs. And so, like, and then I have high standards of things, of how I want something done, and then when I don't see it done, I just like get to the point of just give it to me and let me do it, instead of just, yeah, I know it's late, and I thank you guys for watching. I didn't know how, like, if this was way interesting or not, but at least it kind of shows you kind of what I go through in a day. But yeah, I kind of want a female, not a guy. I know it sounds sexist, but I think a woman would be better at this job than a guy. Yeah, there's a there's a lot to me. Like, I'm not fully, I don't get paid by YouTube, so it's kind of a more personal thing. Like, you see who I am in Discord. You see who I am here a little bit more. it's kind of different than like a normal YouTube channel where they have hundreds of thousands of YouTuber like views and subscribers and all that. And then you get somebody like me who's like, I'm not really interested in the YouTube channel as much. Like, oh, I have so many subscribers, I'm cool. No, I'm more concerned about getting people's picos fixed and like just the science of it and the fun of it. Yeah, that would kill business, because like that's what I told my boss straight up. Like, I should make Omushi merch. That would be so cool to have like an anime doll. Like, that would be cool. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I have my problems, but I'm glad that you guys appreciate me. It's awesome to have like people that are like helping each other instead of just like, because like if it wasn't for the community of where I like you guys, then I wouldn't know certain things, and I would be like kind of blind too when it comes to like helping fix these headsets. That would be cool. Maybe that's what I should do. Like, it would be really hard because 95% of my the people that watch my channel and do all that stuff is outside the USA, and yet I'm like one of the yeah, and I'm learning too, and I may not edit my videos like everybody else on YouTube, but I feel like it's not really about the quality of the videos, more so of the process of getting your devices to work. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hey, I don't know if you guys know this. This is something that's happened like years ago. So I had this I'll put it in the chat of what my old channel used to be called. So this was my old channel, and I used to use a really old and I used to have a website too, and it used to be a forum site. And what we did was, it was an old Radio Shack. I think it was called a Razor, or a, oh, what was it called? It was back in 2008. And I would help people put the Android store on it. I did this way back in the day. It was way before Kobe. It was like, I forgot what it's called. It was so long ago. It was a Chinese tablet without. What was it called? Didn't have an Android market at all. It was like a Chinese tablet. It was a piece of crap. Oh man, I forgot what it was called. But anyway, it was an old school Android tablet. And then it didn't have at that time it was called the Android Market, not the Play Store. It was like Market or something like that. And people couldn't get Android apps on there from the market. So then I would help people. I'd actually help them modify the device so that it could have Android Market, Google Play services, and all that. And I'd have a forum site and everything, just to build up the Android store. And I called it goochbuntu.com. And like everything I had was like goochbuntu stuff. And it was like really cool because like my last name's Gooch, so I had like goochbuntu. And then over the years, like I kind of wanted to get away from my last name, so I was like, okay. So I came up with Oomushi. At first, it was Oomushi, like, mushi mushi, which it means in Japanese, attention, attention. But then I was like, so at first it was oh mushi, like oh mushi. And then at first it was oh mushi, like that. And then I said, you know what mushi means in it means hot and steamy. So and like I think like it's like yeah, so it means like hot and steamy is what it means. And so I was like, that's kind of funny. Mushi also ignore. It's just hot and steamy. I thought it was funny. Humid. Yeah, it was kind of funny. So I was like, yeah, let's do hot and steamy because that's kind of funny. Humid. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, that would be cool. So I was like, yeah, let's use that word instead. So yeah. So that's the reason I picked mushi over, because at first I wanted to say like hi, you know, like attention, attention, and then it went to hot and steamy. So that's why I did it. So yeah, that's the reason I picked the name, the mushi, because it's like, oh, hot and steamy. Oh, nice. Ooh. So there you go. That's why I have mushi as my name, because I just thought it was cool. There are other meanings, but one of the meanings is hot and steamy. So I just thought it was cool as hell. Yeah. I remember reading it somewhere. I disregard another meaning. Yeah. It's pretty cool. And it could mean something in another language too. I don't really remember where exactly, but I know it meant like hot, steamy. But anyway. That's why I picked it, because I thought it was fucking hilarious. But yeah, so back then, it was so many years ago, and then I stopped doing YouTube for a while, and then I got this Pico 3. So what happened back in back in April of last year, 2022, I was playing big screen and watching hentai, and I had it not safe for work. We were watching hentai in a public theater, big screen, right? And I had it not safe for work, and I had my name on there, like Omushi on there, right? And they're like, they banned me. Like, Facebook banned me from streaming, even though I was streaming through Steam VR. They were like, oh, you got reported and we're not going to look at any of it. So they banned my headset for 2 days, my Quest 2. And I saw that the Pico 3 was a competitor to the Quest 2. So I bought the Pico 3, the Chinese version of it, because I'll just get a cheap one, I don't care. And at that time it didn't even have a store, or didn't have nothing. So then oh, Hentai Studios. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. But yeah, I was watching Why the Hell Are You Here, Teacher? So I'll show you what that is. So I was watching this with people because sometimes they want to sometimes they just want to watch something dirty. So we were watching this shit and they reported me to Meta, and and so they banned my headset for 2 days, and I asked them what did I do that was wrong, and they couldn't tell me. They wouldn't tell me because I was using Steam VR. Yeah, it's pretty softcore. There's nipples sometimes, but yet people get offended because they're like, oh, it's cartoon boobies, and so they get all offended and then they report it, right? And yeah, let me see if I can see the view image. That's not dirty. Like, how's that dirty? Come on now. Okay. Anyway. So they couldn't tell me what I did, and I wasn't doing it through the it was stupid. So then I'm like, fine, fuck this. I'll just buy a Pico 3. So then I bought a Pico 3, and at that time, like, Pico wasn't. I couldn't get the store, and I didn't care. I got the 258 or whatever, that one of the larger models of the Pico 3. I don't even remember like the size of it. Let me see what size. Oh fuck. Let me see what size it is, because I don't really remember the size limit on it. And so let me pull up the Pico 3 real quick. I hardly ever use my Pico 3, even though it's more comfortable. Okay, enter the area. It's all in Chinese. Okay, let's see. Settings and storage. It says it's a 200. Yeah, I got the 256 model Pico 3. Yeah. And then I started streaming again on big screen, which if they had a problem with what I was streaming on big screen, I'd have been banned off there a long time ago. So I've been streaming on big screen since then, since April. And then so then I've been using the Pico 3 before the Pico 4 even came out. And then and so I started to like play around with the store, because even back then the Pico had the store. You know, it's kind of the similar idea of what we were looking at here, right? You have the Pico OS, and then you have all this crap, right? It was similar to this, but it was a different website. It was called something else. And so like I would occasionally find the Pico 3 version of the global version, and I finally flashed it. But then I learned that I needed to factory reset it and get a global account. So then I went and got the global account. And so I kind of learned that you could cross flash the Pico 3. And so I went and ordered a Pico 4 because I knew that more people would buy the Pico 4. And that was the whole point of the whole thing. And originally we didn't have firmware for the Pico 4. So that's how I got the region switcher. Because like back in the day, we would do like area switcher for the Pico. So then I came across this eventually, and it was like the original of this. And so I started modifying this to help people. Good night. Yeah, good night, everybody. Or good night if you're going to bed. But yeah, that's how like this started out back in the day. We started out with this one, and then we started to move up and move up and move up to this one, which is November 22nd. As you can tell, I kept continuing on with this and kept trying to like fix things, and then they kept blocking more and more of it as time goes on, and it's kind of sad, but at least now we have firmware and stuff, but back then we weren't having firmware. So that's kind of how I started into the Pico thing. I started way before the Pico 4 even came out. And I'm so glad I did, because, I mean, if you think about it, we wouldn't have been, like, the community could have been fucked. Thank goodness for people in China, coming up with this stuff. But, like, it would have been a little bit more of a fuck situation. And so I'm glad I was able to, like, step up to help the community where it was lacking in every other way. Like, no other YouTuber was talking about this stuff I'm talking about with the Pico. Like, most of them were like just talking about specs and bullshit like that no one fucking really cares about. Like, the people that even run across me are the ones that are like, hey dude, we need like something cool, like something like this to help our stores and that. And now I'm moving on to like fit trackers and other things. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, I think I'm gonna head to bed and stop this too. Thank you guys for watching and stuff. And yeah, tomorrow will be interesting. All right, you guys have a good rest of your day, and thank you guys for watching, and have a good night, and